Good evening, everyone. I'm Francis Nikolaus. I'm a technology education teacher at Eastern York High School. In this presentation, my goal is to make a comparison between the 7 strategies of assessment for learning and my classroom. Throughout this presentation, I will make a direct comparison to how my introductory wood manufacturing classes are compared to the 7 strategies, only because I teach this class most often, even though I use the process through all my classes. I will focus on the strategies that work in my classroom. I feel all 7 strategies are addressed, even though they work in a different order for me than were presented throughout the book. The first strategy is number 1, provide a clear and understandable vision of a learning target. At Eastern York, we refer to these as goals when we present to our students. Different vocabulary, same outcome, same expectation. We all know as teachers in Pennsylvania, the standard aligned system gives us a place to start when identifying goals, standards, or targets. However, is this the vocabulary we want to present to our students? They're extremely broad in most cases, at least for tech ed. They can be extremely confusing even to the teachers who are masters in their field, so they are far from student friendly. How can we clarify students for our goals? At Eastern York, we have created a goal-specific proficiency scale used in our classes so that our students have something more friendly and understandable. We start by identifying the standard as written in the SAS from Pennsylvania. We break down the achievement into a scale. We break down student expectations per scale. We also provide student accomplishments. The next strategy is number 6. I go out of order here because we start with basic instruction and allow students to demonstrate understanding through practice of hands-on skills. There are safety concerns, however, because of the usage of equipment in our classes. We create safety reviews, demonstrate proper procedures, and provide a safety quiz before we go on to present project-based learning goals. Now that we have started a project-based learning, I believe we can offer feedback. This is where strategies 2 and 3 tie together because of our hands-on approach. I create projects with my students for them to see proper procedures, show them the mistakes as well as correct, and save so that I can share for future. One of the nice things about materials is no matter if they do everything properly, the material could be flawed and they need to learn work with mistakes. This is an example of my grading rubric. The rubric stays the same throughout my class, even though projects build in complexity and change so that they have to learn to adapt. I believe that strategy number 4 may be the most important of all. If students know what to look for, how to fix it, how to fix their mistakes, as well as understand why it is important, they will be able to create success for themselves. One of my biggest takeaways from this book was the 2 highlighter method of feedback. When coupled with my rubric, I can see how students are assessing themselves, what their expectations are, and I can help them align with what I am looking for. Strategy number 5, simply put, we as teachers need to work with our students throughout the process of teaching to help them move forward in their time. Strategy 7. The way that I approach this, we should share in our students' success and celebrations of their accomplishments. This type of environment builds enthusiasm and excitement for achievement. With all the strategies covered, I believe that there is a positive learning environment in my classroom where students can feel comfortable in the learning from both mistakes and successes with confidence. Where do I believe my students go from here? Maybe they will become tradespeople, maybe they will go to college, maybe they will join the workforce, but for sure they will have the ability to learn from situations and make educated decisions to solve real-world problems. What does that mean for assessment? Although my assessments may not be traditional pencil and paper exams, My projects are not meant to recreate the wheel, but by working with my students one-on-one and day-to-day, I can see that they have successfully reached a learning goal and that they have helped them interpret from a very broad jargon to an attainable and usable experience. Thank you.